Hi, ARK fans. Welcome to ARK Invest Daily, your daily dose of ARK information. Today, in highlights, we have one new company added to ARKX. Quick hint there, it's not a new company to ARK. It is present in another ETF, but it is new to ARKX. So stay with me to find out which one that is. Very popular company. So we'll feature it in a bit. And then we are putting spotlight on Skillz. So today they sold a bunch of shares, but we'll see the overall trends, not to read into just one day trade, but to look at the overall trend, not to be distracted by the weather, but look at climate is what we always say. So stay with me to find out more, and please like and subscribe because that's a free way to show your support, and it helps me immensely with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you. Welcome back, friends. In ARK summary section, we keep an eye on trends of market value and total number of companies they are invested in. Market value taking a hit today, guys, by 3%, which is not good at all. So down from 45.51 billion yesterday to 44.14 billion today, quite a bit. So that's not a great day for ARK at all. This is how the funds, that 44.14 billion is distributed in all the funds. And then these are the number of companies that are invested in various funds, a total of 290 companies that they are invested in. The total companies are same as yesterday, but like I said, there is a new company in ARKX, but it has always been part of other ETFs, so it's not showing up as a net new here, but we'll showcase that in just a bit. All right, so let's go over the biggest moves now. In biggest moves, we always take a look at it two ways. One is by percentage of shares added or removed in a particular company. And this is our threshold that we keep adjusting every day to make it more consumable so that we focus only on the biggest ones. And then we make this threshold 0, and then we look at the biggest moves by market value. We increase this threshold to something and then look at that because market value can change just because of stock price changing, irrespective of whether shares were added or removed. So yeah, let's dive into it. These are the companies that satisfy this criteria of 3% or more or added or removed shares. Stoneco topping the charts there, 110 rank, 35% extra shares added. And this is the difference in the market value that it makes. When I hover over it, you'll see more information like which fund it is present in and what's the trend of shares and stock price. So we'll go over all of this. Open Door Technologies, SPAC backed by Chamath Palihapitiya, present in ARKW and ARKF. Very little position in ARKW. It's not even showing up, as you can see. Farfetch keeps popping up on daily basis. Not on daily basis, but at least on weekly basis, they keep buying more and more. They are present in 2 ETFs. Etsy, again, 13% extra shares. Wow. See that spike there. Then you have Roblox, 13% extra shares there as well, 141,000 shares. And they're too simple, 7% there. Quantum SI, 6% extra shares, relatively new company. Blade Air Mobility, 6% again. This keeps popping up as well, as you can see the trend there, present in ARKX and ARKQ. And Terra Bio, 5% added there. Signify Health, 4%. Mercado Libre, again 3%. Work Therapeutics, a company that featured in many previous episodes, including the insiders buying episodes, where insiders bought a lot of shares when the stock dipped in this case. Woozy, smart glass company, 3% extra shares there as well. So in terms of negatives, we'll be featuring Skillz in just a bit to take a look at the longer trends, but 3% removed. And 3% in this case is not a small amount. It's 778,000 shares worth of 27.1 million. Stock price has been down lately, but that's what we are seeing. 10x Genomics, then you have Bristol, BYD. Wow, Chinese car making company, they have reduced stake there. Sear, Netflix, Tencent, Baidu, JD, Pekar, Itamar, Workday, Ping Health, JD Logistics, Meituan, Pinduoduo, Kenzun. So a lot of these were actually relatively new companies that they added to their portfolio, and now they're reducing. In terms of market value, biggest one was Pinduoduo, and then we have JD. Those were the two. Now let's take a look at, let's make this as 0, and let's look at the biggest move by market value. Let's increase this to say 14 million and see what happens. Yeah, we can do that. Let's so very red today, as we saw in the market value trend, 3% down from yesterday. All right, let's take a look at Tesla, the biggest negative there. Stock price going down, and they also adjusting a little bit of shares there. 51,000 shares reduced. I don't know whether that's adjustment or they sold it, but making a big difference of $96.7 million, 92.1 $5 million for Square, followed by Roku 91. Roku, they have been reducing their stake in that since quite some time now. Pinduoduo, again 85 million. You have JD, Coinbase as well. Even though it's in positive, number of shares is in positive, this is negative because stock price went down a little bit. C, Meituan, Tbilio. Then you have Beam Therapeutics going down there as well. Then you have Shopify, Zoom Video Communication, Canzon, Skillz, we are going to feature in just a bit. UiPath, only company present in all 6 ETFs, not including IZRL and Print. Then you have Spotify going down. Then Tencent, yep, you saw that. Exact Sciences, I'm going to hover over all of these so you can take a quick look at those. CRISPR, Iridium, Palantir also going down, look like that. 295,000 shares in negative side. It's probably an adjustment, but yeah, 18.5 million reduced. Then you have Fate Therapeutics, we saw, Berkeley Lights, DocuSign, Intellia Therapeutics, and JD Logistics. So that was the biggest move by market value. Now let's quickly take a look at overall portfolio, how that looks compared to yesterday. Very red, as we saw, Tesla being reddest red, Tesla and Roku, and then very few spots of green there, UiPath and Tbilio, Unity Software actually, Teladoc Health. So that's overall portfolio. New companies and removed companies. Yeah, like I promised, a new company is MarkForged Holding Corp. This company has always been there in another ETF, but newly added to ARKX. 3D printing ETF, 3D printing company, and yep, added to ARKX today with a position of just $1 million there. Not a big position, as you can see. 71.5 thousand shares at a price of $10.20. So that was the new entry in ARKX space fund. Now let's put the spotlight on without wasting much time. Let's put the spotlight, like I promised, on Skillz, SKLZ. So, and let's select a longer date range for this, just to take a look at how it has been trending so far. So yeah, look at that. Look at the trends. They've been very bullish on it. Look at those vertical jumps as the stock price continue to plummet down. They continue to buy the dip more and more and more. The highest it has been is $43.70, and today it is $14.30. So look at that. Interesting, isn't it? So since quite some time, since mid-May, they have been kind of keeping it stable. Today there was a dip of 3%, 3.4% today. Which is a bigger dip than in past some months actually. So yeah. So but overall, if you see, it's a very bullish chart. They are very bullish, very confident on it. Stock price has gone down, but probably they're hoping it will go up. And the market value has gone up. So this chart basically takes shape of either this or that, whichever one is more overpowering. In this case, this is taking shape of this, more of this chart, and hence proving that they are very bullish on it, very confident on this company. So let's take a look at the rankings also in this chart, as many of you are familiar with. When I select Skillz, you'll see that in the beginning of the year, since I started collecting data since January 26, this company was ranking 147 in all the companies, all the funds combined of ETFs, or all ARK ETFs. And then since then, the stock price has gone down quite a bit, but they continue to buy more and more and more, being very bullish on it. The highest it has reached is 25 rank, looks like. But more recently, it is down. Today, it's down to 35 rank there. But overall, look at overall trend, how bullish they are on it. So let's keep an eye on it. Maybe tomorrow also, in coming days as well, just to see whether it goes down or up. So now let's also quickly take a look at by ETFs. Yeah, so it's present in ARKK. They started position in ARKK in somewhere in April, towards April end, whereas it has always been present in ARKW. But ARKK Innovation Fund is where they have the maximum value there. Today they reduced 4.6% in ARKK and 0.9% only in ARKW. Stock price is stock price, doesn't matter which ETF, and this is the market value that they have. Just want to see total, if we total it up, total $0.31 billion invested in this. Skillz. So that's that, guys. That was your daily dose. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.